You're here for Cure, and you are here for Special.
An awesome best of 7 to be. Here we have, in the top left-hand side of the map, he 3-1'd Zest. It's Cure.
Dead impressive. And in the bottom right, he 3-1'd Hurricane. It is Special.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really great match. Special, pretty darn good at TvT. Cure, a monster, just at all matchups, really. And I think
to get to this point in StarCraft, I think you pretty much have to be a monster in all matchups. You can't really have a weakness, I don't think, but maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we were to say who's the favorite, it would probably be Cure. That doesn't mean Special can't give him a run for his money.
Definitely not. Look, man, Special was Final 8 of the last BlizzCon we had, which feels like forever ago.
Yeah, I think he beat Classic, notably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Special definitely does shine bright sometimes.
Yes, his highs are high, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Plays with TY a lot. I imagine they practice a fair bit too.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Build-wise, we've got Cure going for a more conservative Reaper Expand, while Special goes for a rapid double gas factory play. This was Special's map pick, so I wonder if he's got a specific plan for it.
Oh, the Reaper shenanigans.
Don't want to lose your first Reaper, Special. Oh gosh. Don't turn too sharp. Hey. Oh, Cure wants it so bad, but now he's the one that's running. So
he is
close.
The one who must run. Remember the era of TvT where it was all 5-Rax Reaper versus 5-Rax Reaper, and it was very silly?
And then we had the era of Mass Cyclone versus Mass Cyclone.
Also very silly. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like StarCraft is in a good place, balance-wise, for each matchup. None of the matchups are dumb.
Yeah, there's nothing that distinctly looks OP.
Right.
Like, I know...
Or even matchups that are just stupid. Like, you know, like Mass Cyclone versus Mass Cyclone. There's none of that either.
Was that a friendly SCV kill?
Looked like it. There's no misclick.
Did he just
Special? No big deal.
Show up on the tab unless Cure had a sec. No, yeah. That was a friendly SCV execution. Those workers are now working a lot harder.
Or, like, our own guys might kill us. We're not super motivated to work here anymore.
I don't think SCVs have a choice, so it's probably more of a, oh, I don't want to be next. Okay, 4 Hellions out for Cure versus Special's Reapers and Hellions. This could be bad for Special. However, Reapers actually put out a lot of damage. Wow. That was what, like 2 for 2? Yeah, 2 Hellions for a Hellion and a Reaper, so.
Yep. Imagine if there was morale in StarCraft 2.
That would be very problematic.
It really would be. But imagine, like, you're losing the game and your SCVs start just, like, filing out.
One of my favorite games of all time, Rome Total War.
Morale.
Yeah, there's morale in the units, so you'll like be having a battle, and then just like one of your units, like one of your groups of units, will start routing basically, and then all your others will turn and start routing because it affects the other units.
Yeah, it cascades.
Yeah, it's just terrible. Like, if just, like, one mistake happens and, like, some of your guys start running, next thing you know, all your dudes are running away. And it's just a bad time. Liberator harassment. Gets a couple SCVs, denies some mining, but does get cleaned up by SpeCial.
Nice. The magic of Cyclone.
And wow, look at this. Both these players taking thirds on location.
Key says, guys in the SCVs aren't actually controlling the SCV. They're just a human heat battery, Matrix style.
Oh, that's dark.
It makes sense, though. Because if we allowed for, like, human error in our SCVs, there is none.
Although I think canonically they are...
Yes.
They are in control.
Correct.
There's just the threat of death.
Always. They're on the battlefield.
That keeps them in line. That's all you need.
Yeah. Threat of death, surprisingly good motivator. That guy
Hellion
didn't get repaired.
Aww.
They don't like him. They're like, Dan, that guy.
Barry's such a jerk.
He was making fun of us earlier today. He doesn't get a repair.
Oh, poor guy.
He was mean.
Look at him.
If he apologizes, they'll repair him.
Like, all these guys are hanging out, and he's on the outside, kind of.
At least he's in the back.
Yeah.
Nope. Wait, never mind. Hold on.
All right, let's
no, he is. He's
let's
behind.
keep an eye on him.
Okay. Is it Dan? What did you say his name was?
I think you said Barry.
Sure, that works. Barry, the Hellion driver.
Okay, so we've got two Ravens with a lot of energy that can drop auto turrets. This is going to be an odd timed attack for Cure, I think. But these tanks of SpeCial are by themselves right now. If the Ravens of Cure get up on this, that would be good. But this army did actually just get spotted, so
nice.
That's a big deal.
Nice.
It's like a huge deal. Oh, Barry, no. Okay. He's still alive. I think he's now the Red Hellion. I think? I don't know. We lost him.
Yeah, he's gone. Sorry. If only he'd been repaired, he'd be fine.
SpeCial gonna be saying, you're in it for the long haul, gents. As he throws up the mech production.
Yep. Let's get them tanks out. Let's get those tank lines established. Vikings controlling the air. Battle cruisers as a natural follow-up.
We could quite literally see those battle cruisers you mentioned in game number 1 now.
Yep, we are on our way. That's for sure.
Cure takes his. Oh man, mech. If you're someone who plays TvT, mech is like the worst thing to play against ever.
I mean, as a Zerg player, mech sucks to play against as well.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's just, the thing about mech is it takes a lot of micro to deal with.
Yeah, there's minimal room for mistake against mech.
Yeah.
Once those tanks start rolling up, you're in trouble. That Raven, by the way, did a lot of work.
7 SCVs down is brutal.
Wow, even denying more mining at the third of Cure. This really hurts. Like, this is buying SpeCial a lot of breathing room. But yeah, like, Cure takes his 4th base on location because that's what you have to do against mech. You have to get advantages so that you can somehow find an angle. There's various approaches you can take to dealing with it, but the main rule of mech is that you need to keep them pinned down. Like, if you let a mech army roll a mech player max out, that's one thing. That's uncomfortable, because then you got to deal with their army. But then if you let them get a good position on you with it, you are just in so much trouble.
Yep.
And so even this, SpeCial moving out right now, securing up a 4th base. Oh, his 3rd base is pretty defended. His main isn't defended from drops, really. So that would actually be a potential avenue of attack for Cure, but he doesn't have the medivacs on this left side to do so. And now we see turrets going up for SpeCial. But, like, this gets scarier and scarier the longer this game goes on. If Cure just keeps making Marines and Marauders, he's even getting medivac boost, interestingly enough. And he's trying to make a push happen right now, but he knows he's not going to get far. He's actually going to lose 2 tanks.
Raven gets sniped. Nicely done. One of the Ravens goes down.
Yeah,
anyway.
that was well done. In goes Special. Uses interference matrices to actually disable 2 of those, or 3 of those tanks. Takes a fight, but then he's going to be getting pushed back.
Anti-armor missile going down. One of my favorite things about anti-armor missile is that it happens so fast.
Yeah, it's impossible.
The players don't even bother
again.
to split. They don't even try anymore.
Remember when it used to deal 30 damage?
Oh, remember when it used to deal like 5 damage and it was still really good?
Because it's like you realize that I'll just make twice the Ravens.
Yeah.
Gosh,
I like that they really tried to make it work, but eventually they just had to be like, all right, fine, no damage.
Yeah.
We can't trust you guys at all.
Terran's not allowed to have AoE like that. Okay, Kier going for a YOLO drop, but that's not going to work out. And Kier's got to be so careful not to lose his army here. He's got to keep the pressure on. He can't afford to take like a big L, because then Special will just move across the map and kill him. This is nice by Kier. Gets a kill on that command center. But at the same time, we see Special now starting to posture a little bit.
Yeah, setting his tanks up. He's like, come attack me. Come get in here. Take some tank damage to the face.
Yeah, and Kier is still just making bio.
Big attack from Special coming up into that third. Getting completely wiped out by Marine Marauder, though.
That's something you got to do as Kier, though. You can't afford to lose a ton of SCVs. And he's actually at 93, by the way.
Which is
ridiculous, which means he's really got to be constantly trading out against his force. But look at this. Special's pushing out. And it's not going to be easy for Kier to deal with this army if it gets up on him. And so we see him trying to sort of move out. Looks like he is going to grab a few tanks that are reinforcing. That's rather nice. Kier's charging on in. He is getting on top of Special's force. Special did not have enough tanks here. That's actually really painful for Special.
Yeah, it's just Vikings left in this part of the field for Special. They really can't engage with much of anything.
Yeah, I don't think there was enough tanks here for the Red Terran. Like, you need a lot of tanks. And he didn't quite have that. And then he had the couple that were caught out reinforcing. That was painful.
Yeah, Special lagging behind in every metric at the moment. Blue Flame Hellions versus Siege Tanks is hilarious. Blue Flame Hellions versus Marines, better. Oh, the Blue Flame Hellions versus Planetary.
Not so good.
No, I mean, they're good against, like, Zerglings. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I really think what Special needs to do here is max out. Like,
I mean, he doesn't really have the money for it at the moment.
No, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
But I think before that, I'm unsure if during that push he was maxed out. So it might have been a bit preemptive. And even if he attacks now, it's still preemptive, I think. Like, I know he wants to take a fight, but he needs to have that maxed out supply. It looks like he's just trying to take this base is all.
Cure setting up. He's posturing there. Special trying to get stuff done on the other side, but... I got an SPV.
I really don't know about Special moving out right now. Like, he wants to attack, he's unsure. Here's this base being hit in the upper right. He's gonna lift it off. Doesn't have building armor, it'll die pretty quick.
Oh, the Vikings just completely own the sky here. You do not get medevacs today, Kier. I'm sorry. This is not happening.
Yeah, Kier now hitting... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, Kier hitting the bottom left. Special is going to be in position to defend this with all of his tanks. But even now, he shouldn't attack just yet. Like, I know he's pushing out, but there he's a little bit spread out, losing some of his tanks. Drops down to... Well, Kier drops down to 160 supply, so that was okay for Special.
3-3 coming in for the mech now for Special.
Yeah.
He's just really focused on these upgrades.
I mean, Kier's not maxed out either, so Special attacking is all right. We see Kier holding on, trying trying to just delay this army because he knows that he doesn't have the supply. He did trade out a little bit too much at once, I think. He's got maybe a few too many SCVs to deal with this army. He's now making Ravens, but then it's also important to note that Kier doesn't have a single siege tank. He's neglected to make any tanks, so he can't hold off SpeCial's tank line with his own tank line because he doesn't have any.
And the trick here is, once the tanks are set up in range of a base, that's where it gets really tough for Kier. Kier now counterattacking down the other side, picking off reinforcements as they come in.
Yeah.
Trying to take down a planetary with the Marines and the Marauders, but his planetary is gone already.
Yeah, this is not going to be easy. He's going for YOLO drops on tanks, but that completely fails. He's trying to break this PF, but even if he gets that, SpeCial has got extra command centers, extra bases. He's got production back at home. And Kier has nothing to deal with this army. He's produced 3 Ravens. What are Ravens going to do against all these Vikings, Kier? Nothing. Yeah, SpeCial just rolled up, got the army on Kier, and I don't see what Kier can do against this. I really don't. Look at the supply.
Another planetary gonna fall to the Marauder Ball for Kier. Both players, I don't know. Kier has so much more income right now, too, though. Look at how many bases he's got rolling with.
But what's he making?
I know, but
that will deal with 27 siege tanks.
That's larger the problem.
Yeah, SpeCial's got air control. The Ravens aren't going to do jack.
Yeah, and you can't float off your buildings because there's a million Vikings up there.
And you could have unlimited amounts of bio as Kier, but you will not attack into 27 siege tanks.
No.
He never fought for air control. He never made his own tanks, and he didn't successfully prevent SpeCial from moving across the map. He's going to go for an unload on these tanks at the back, which is a good play. Whether it'll be enough, I honestly don't think so. All right, here he goes.
Going for it here. He's trying to dislodge these tanks. Good interference matrix.
Okay.
Down on 3 of the siege tanks. Marauders from the backside clearing them out, too.
No, all the Vikings land.
Amazing.
And SpeCial is up about 60, 70 army supply.
Yeah, production. I don't know. Kier's got some barracks out there on his lone bases. He's building a little bit in his main base, too.
Yeah, that's it. GG. Well played by SpeCial.
What a weird match for Kier to have that many mining bases, have 3,000, 2,000 in the bank, and tap out.
That's
SpeCial with 100 minerals.
That's the mech. The mech does that, man. It's a hell of a drug.
Incredible. Good game.
Yeah, well played by SpeCial to say, I'm going to mech against Kier. I'm not going to make too many mistakes. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I get the bio approach that Kier used to that, like the just keep the pressure on constantly. But then he didn't keep enough pressure on.
He did not. It was good defense by SpeCial, in fairness. We're on Submarine, a bit of a smaller rush distance map, a smaller map in general. I don't know if we'll be able to get into maxed out versus maxed out here. Super.
Yeah. Mech is also scary on this map, though, in the sense that it's so small and there's less bases that the mech player only needs to secure up like 4 or 5 bases. And if they do get up to that big tank count and you're playing bio, in which the meching player can basically just like move 10 meters and then they're sieged up on one of your bases. So,
right, that's a problem.
It will lead to more aggression early on, but there is still the possibility of mech being strong.
True facts.
I'm traumatized if you guys can't tell. So low on HP. Okay. All right.
Submarine.
In the bottom right-hand side of the map, his name is Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Cure.
And in the top left, the Blue Terran player from Mexico. It is SpeCial.
Mm-hmm. I think he's like the only foreign. I think he's in Korea still. I don't know, to be honest.
You think he's still out there?
Yeah, he's playing in a Korean Cup, so he's in Korea.
Ah, okay. Nice. Go Juanito.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think there's any other foreigners in Korea now, though. I think SpeCial honestly has spent more time in Korea than he has in Mexico at this point in his life.
Like playing career or total life?
Maybe even total life, right?
No, when did he move to Korea?
He was
Not long
young.
ago.
He went during the Brood War days at one point.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess maybe not. Still a big chunk, though, because he spent, like, the majority of, like, the last 5 years in Korea.
Let's see here.
He was probably in there before at times as well. Alright, anyway. Double gas play from SpeCial. There's Kier going for a double gas play too.
So on the 2013.
That's when he went to Korea?
Yeah, I joined a Kespa team. Changed his name to SpeCial.
Okay.
Did all that stuff. I think so. This is not a very well written Team Liquid article, but maybe somebody knows more than I do. Anywho, nobody's battle cruiser rushing here in game number 2.
Not yet. SpeCial is making a starport, and he did do it to Hurricane.
It's an option.
It does happen occasionally in my TvTs. Yeah, just that macro which happens on a map like Submarine, which your opponent, you have to open up defensively with a lot of units even if you want to get up a command center, as we see Kier's doing. SpeCial doesn't have a CC up just yet, but there it goes now, so yeah.
Alright, it's time for Hyperflight Rotor. Let's go. Fast Banshees are scary Banshees.
I'd
That's
rather
not
see a BC.
I know, that's not actually true.
They
Banshees
fly
are still
quicker
really
into
twitchy.
turrets.
Uh-huh. Still, anything that can touch them will kill them real fast.
Banshees are like a balloon.
Yeah.
Something sharp, they just pop.
Yeah. I feel like they had more viability back in like Wings of Liberty when there were fewer air harass options, obviously.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Battle cruisers were bad. Liberators didn't exist. It's like if you want to attack...
Cyclones didn't either to counter them. Neither did Queens have absurd range to counter them.
No, but you still used Queens to defend it.
Yeah, that's
Entry
true.
range isn't very big.
Shield batteries didn't exist
No,
either.
didn't exist.
Then again, they're still not used that much against Protoss.
No. I mean, Banshees are used. It's just they had more of a heyday before there were better options.
Yeah, every TvT like used to be Banshees.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you're either going to go for a Marine Hellion drop an elevator, or you're going to go for a Banshee. Pick one.
Indeed. Widowmines burrowed in advantageous potentially places. Hoping that somebody
Wow.
wanders over this
Huh.
way and get blown apart.
I never looked at a mine that closely. It's got like a little spinny orange color.
It sure does. It's weird that it shows overground when it's burrowed. Isn't that weird? Like, Zerg units are not visible when they're burrowed.
Yeah, he should have put it in the grass.
But I just, you know what I mean. Like, it's
Yeah,
weird
I know
their-
what you mean.
Their burrow mechanic shows them above ground.
Yeah, that's just for the player, right? Like, if you're the guy with the roach, you still kind of see the roach. And it's
Yeah.
burrowed.
Yeah, sort of. not
Yeah,
really.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this stream of units for SpeCial.
Like, all taking different weird paths to
Uh-huh.
get here, too.
All the while Kier opted for a Marine drop, Does he have enough
Sort
at
of.
home to defend? I think he should. But there's this killer spot on submarine, like, it's ridiculous. If you get a tank or two here, it's just game. Like, here, game over.
Impossible to dislodge.
Yeah, it's basically impossible. And especially he's got Vikings, he's got tanks, he's on Kier's
gosh.
production.
Oh gosh, here it is.
Alright, here's Kier's counter drop. What does Special have at home? The answer is not a lot. But Kier's going to need to get a lot of damage done to justify having the tanks just sit here and wreck him. The Banshee as well, being unopposed. Auto turrets are going down to try and save these tanks. And they do. Actually, nicely played by Kier. Still denying mining in the main. He's on a tank now. We'll get it.
Marines flee in the face of a million SCVs.
That Banshee's still being a pain.
That Banshee, I think, can get that siege tank.
Oh, the Cyclone does get her, though. Nicely done. The Vikings land to finish the job.
That bonus versus mechanical is so good. That change they had for Vikings really, really helped them be more versatile.
Yeah,
as we can see here.
Special's got, like, not much at home, though. So these Marines are still messing them up.
They're still largely alive. That's crazy.
I think Kier's just got to go for an SCV pull now to deal with this. Like, he's killed off a decent chunk of Special's units. With that Widowmine going down as well, that's good for him. But now there's going to be 4 tanks. Oh no. If the rest gets across the map, though, I think Kier's just finito. So, yeah, he's got to go.
It doesn't seem to be going.
Yeah, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, that position is just so darn good.
He's really keeping Special shut
down
down
his
on this side of the
CC
map,
died.
though. It does, but Special can't dislodge these Marines from the other side of the map. Look at this.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
now?
Is he just trying to get up more Vikings or something? But he's got so far to go before he's there, and he's down a command center anyway.
These Marines. This is the most successful one.
Okay, there we go.
I've ever
Sally
seen.
forth.
Oh, the tank splashed though.
His tanks didn't actually come in that fight.
They were ready for something else. Ooh,
They definitely should have helped out there. The drop's still going on. No, just kick. No. He lost his command center.
But income for Special has been garbage. Okay,
And he's just going to boost to the main base. Oh, these Marines. How many kills do these Marines have? 4, 7, 5, and 5. These are Marines we're talking about, guys.
All times. Well, at least Terran understand the pain of having this happen to them. Oh, goodbye, Medevac. You're all dead.
Yep, it gone. And Kier's still... Or he... Wait, he had a 3rd CC. Okay. So he had a spare. All of a sudden his position is much, much better than we thought. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say about this game.
So for all the damage, it's 30 to 35 workers. Army supply is pretty even. Special's got 2 bases, and Cure's working on it.
Special lost 38 SCVs this game.
And he's okay.
I don't know. I don't think he is. Like, Kier's got Stim on the way. He's got 1-1 decently close to finishing. Or at least his +1 attack. As long as he doesn't let Special just roll up and siege in on this position, he'll be fine.
Well, check out the rolling.
In goes Kier with a counterattack. Special sieges up a tank on the high ground. That's actually going to do very well by him to help clean this up. Still a lot of pressure on Special to make this attack happen. Raven, is it going to... Disables that tank, but I don't know if this is going to let Specials get up in time. We'll see. Auto turrets go down. Vikings land. Special's trying to make this attack happen. There is a lot for Kier, though, to deal with this. GG gets called.
Whew. Scrap fest for sure, but Kier comes out on top. Ties up the series 1-2-1 in just an absolutely crazy game. I mean, that was... Both players end up losing so many SCVs. Entire base goes down.
Yeah. That was...
Kier loses his natural.
He had a spare, though. Always have a spare, apparently.
That is the truth. That's why you make that fast third base in case your natural base dies. Life hack. Pro tip. Ay caramba. All right. Thanks everybody for using the Matcherino code. If you're still here and haven't used the AW70 code, we recommend that you do so. And encourage you to do so, as it doesn't cost you anything. Just AW70 in that coupon code allows you to throw free 50 cents at these players at no cost to you. Goes right to the players, not to us, not to Africa, to the players. Other donations are exactly that same way.
Special says sad, sad, sad. And then says pillars of gold.
I think he was just keeping his fingers warm and accidentally typed it in.
You think so?
It's SAD. Like that's...
Yeah, okay.
It's that home row stuff that they like to do. I think that's what it is. He could just be sad about losing. That's entirely fair too.
All right. It is now 1-1.
It is. We're going to be on Pillars of Gold here for game number 3. John Solo still in the house. What's up, John Solo 32?
Oh,
It's
Special
like
hasn't joined the lobby yet.
Yeah, we're ready to go. We're in.
Special says, I angry.
Angry.
So I think he was sad. Now he's moved into anger. Which stage of grief is that? First.
I think the next one is bargaining.
Bargaining. So what does Special do? Is he like... Oh, I don't know. Maybe he'll go for the same strategy or something. And be like, surely it'll win this time. Anyway, here we are in the bottom left-hand side of the map. Representing DPG, he's Cure.
And in the top right, Juanito, ready to go. It is Special.
Alright, bit of shenanigans from Cure. It's a TvT, so it was bound to happen. See, he's bargaining now.
I'll trade you 1 medevac for 4 Marines. That's what he's saying. What are you asking about the medevac? What the heck is Monsori, I mean?
I have no clue. Special has been taking Korean classes, which is cool.
I mean, if I lived in Korea, I probably would too.
Yeah. I would too if there was like a local class or something, but there isn't, sadly.
I mean, does Duolingo have Korea?
Yeah, it does. I saw on Twitter Gemini said Duolingo for Korean is bad, though. I don't know. I'd be more likely to learn it, though, if I had a class I had to go to. That's why I've hoped there was one. Okay, it's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. So Special is now going to be depressed.
Thanks, Boilermaker.
And then it'll be acceptance.
Yep, we'll get there eventually.
Apparently you speak Korean well by your pronunciation of that, I guess.
Me? Heck no.
Michael says Caster also speak Korean well.
Oh. Sure. Look, man, I can sound out letter combinations sometimes and sound like I know what I'm doing. That's about it.
Alright, so Special's gonna know. He's gonna be like, oh, how dare you? Care with the question mark.
Players are chatty. It's fun.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
here we
great.
go.
Oh my
Let's see
gosh,
Reaper
Kira, you
stuff.
god. Oh no.
Special, you god. Nice try, though. Good job, Cure. That was nuts.
Holy
They
cow.
both made it out. That was crazy.
Special
the
is
SCVs are
one
like
unhappy
nothing.
camper right now.
Yeah. That was some crazy good micro.
Oh my god, that was ridiculous.
Is that game winning?
It's one Reaper, so not necessarily, seeing as how now there's a Hellion and a Reaper out. And Kier hasn't actually killed off a single SCV. He also gets one of his Reapers trapped. That was a mistake.
That was a good SCV block, I think is what that was.
Kier, does he get that Hellion at least? No, he doesn't. So that's 2 dead Reapers
big.
for nothing. Special with, I think, a little bit of BM there. A little bit of BM. Seaball. Oh, okay.
Great.
Now Kier, yeah, not a happy camper. So Special wasn't a happy camper. Now Kier's not a happy camper.
Makes for good StarCraft.
Oh, it does. It makes for the best StarCraft.
Wow. Cure's like, never mind. It's Special. Coming through again. I have more ideas. What if you're shooting a flying Terran building, if you micro properly and select the part of the thing that's keeping it afloat, you can make it fall down.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Like
Wouldn't that be cool?
Like
you
you
target
shoot
fire the little jets on the back.
Yeah, you shoot like a barracks' right thruster, and then it careens into like your natural.
Yeah.
That'd be wicked.
That'd be way fun.
But if we're having that, we need to have it so that like buildings can crush things.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that before. It'd be a great idea, but it'd also be extremely weird.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody would find a way to abuse the heck out of it.
Oh, absolutely. That's all good StarCraft players are, is professional abusers.
True.
Oh, this is not good for Kier.
Like, seriously, you float your barracks over someone's mineral line, and then if the enemy kills it, it falls on the workers.
It changed. That changed into being not good for Special.
It's been a very back and forth up and down game. Holy smokes.
Special still has an economic lead ever so slightly, but then he also doesn't have 2 Cyclones, which really sucks.
Yeah, and Banshee versus Cyclone is not great for the Banshee.
No.
Banshees don't win many straight-up fights.
No, it's hard being a Banshee.
It is. If only they could shoot up. They'd be better.
No, Vikings would still beat them, though.
Sure, they'd have more utility. They could kill Overlords, they could kill Ravens.
Yeah, that's true.
Kill Medivacs. It'd be great.
How about we just put blades on a Banshee and it like rams air units?
Oh, there is a skin where they did that. The Mad Max skin absolutely puts blades on Banshees. Auto turrets are so tanky.
Mm-hmm.
That was lock-on. Lock-on is so much damage, and the auto turret's like, oh, you know what? We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Here's the Banshee of Cure. Doesn't have Cloak, though, but it can be microed against Marines basically indefinitely. So, good micro by Cure. And the Marines of Special are all of a sudden hating life.
Hey, look, Banshee, effective unit.
Wow. Look at her go. She is a menace. Oh, and she dead.
Oh. Her menacing made her a target, now she's dead.
All the while the Raven of Special moved in, but it did die. However, I think it killed a Cyclone in the process, and I missed that.
Decent trade, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know who's winning. Special's got a lot more workers. He's up in supply. So I guess Special?
Sure. Acceptable.
Alright. I'm glad you agree.
Although, this is bad.
Oh gosh. Fortunately, there's only like 3 Marines. Auto turrets get spammed down all over the place. It's Auto Turret City. The tank of Cure doesn't actually shoot the injured tank of Special, so those don't get picked off. And all of a sudden, that was just a straight-up disaster for Special. Cure going to be losing one of his Ravens. He's lost pretty much everything. Now Special's really ahead.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Let's check out the tank count. Tank count is currently 5-1 in favor of Special.
That ain't good. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see... Hey, SCVs, what are you doing? I think Special forgot to put those on auto repair. There we go.
Yeah, army value definitely favoring Special here. It's got more workers as well. His third base is happier than Cure's is, but Cure's is pretty happy now that there's mules there.
Yeah, he'd be happier if he had all 3 of his tanks, though. Or I guess he only lost 2 there. Okay, double drop for Cure, moving out. May as well full send. And he's gonna do it. He's got that stim. If he barrels towards that natural, he can kill a lot of SCVs. Like, a lot of SCVs. Instead, he goes up into the main. He's gonna grab a tank, because the depots don't raise in time. Just start engaging on the production, I guess. Getting some of those SCVs would be really nice. Okay, he's getting 6. Looks like he's gonna grab Combat Shield, which is pretty darn good.
Yeah, denying upgrades is always excellent. These guys are still just running
Wow.
free. Getting a couple more SPVs before they die? My goodness.
9 in total, yeah. Delayed Combat Shield. Okay. These Marini Bobinis are moving out on the map. They might find this command center, which would be nice, but looks like Kieran is known by Special. Kieran's own combat shield finishes up just now, but it actually makes a little bit of a difference. Not enough, though, for him to win that fight.
Nah, tank's still a little bit too beefy for that situation. Yeah, I mean, this whole series has just been a scrap fest. No one's close to getting maxed out here. We're still sub 150 supply. Both players have lost a ton on both sides. Special's combat shield about 70% complete.
Yeah,
And
maybe Kier can take a fight before that.
Oh boy, these two tanks though. Goodbye, guys. Completely left alone. And is it enough to push on in? It's enough to shove away the command center for Special, that's for sure. Yeah, both players still on 3 base. Special trying to go for that 4th, but does not happen. Cure probably will have more luck doing so, although Special is heading down to try to mess with him.
Does Kier just feel trapped with these tanks, and that's why he's not leaving?
I think so. I mean, it's not a ton of tanks, but it's more than he has.
Here's a Liberator, so he's going to have to skedaddle.
A lot. Yeah, that's good. Liberator, Tank, Viking can absolutely dislodge these guys.
Can't go there.
Tanks are covering. Tanks are covering really nicely. This is great positioning from SpeCial.
Yeah, this is really, really interesting how Kier decided to stick around here.
Oh, he overextended though. He needed to move the tanks up to protect. He just didn't do it.
I've just been surprised that back at home, while Kier had this odd squad out on the map, he wasn't moving out with what else he had to put pressure on SpeCial.
Yeah, he's just kind of hanging out at home.
Both players are maxed out. Starports are going up for Kier. Both on 2 factories. Equal upgrades. Oh, here's more Liberators cleaning up those tanks. Marine's gonna grab some Vikings, though. Getting at least something. Gets one of the Liberators, too.
Yeah, the tanks protecting, though, keeping that one Liberator alive. But, yeah, big time setup here on the high ground from SpeCial. Tanks firing from the old high ground, Marines protecting as in days of old. Yeah, we're at maxed out now. Both players have been macroing their hearts out, which is so important. Trying to do some Marine drops on the tank line does not work out super well. The Viking...
Oh, Kier with all of his Marines. Gonna charge forward. Force an engagement.
Lost his Vikings, though.
Yeah. I have no idea who's gonna win here. Like, it's TvT, so this can completely turn on a dime. Yeah. Okay, tank's getting set up for Kier. SpeCial's gonna run into it. This is not the engagement that he wants. He's so clumped up. Oh god, what a disaster, I think, for SpeCial. But in the end, Kier eats a ton of tank shots too, because not all of Kier's army was there. That was redonkulous.
A lot of dead Marines there. A lot of people cursing their commander about that particular engagement.
Yeah, that was whack. Ravens on the way for both players now. Each of them securing up a 5th. Kier's now moving out on the map a little bit, but not much. Okay, that's one way for SpeCial to try and break the stalemate. Going for a fatty drop. 5 full medivacs.
Yeah, heading on down for a bit of a raid attempt here.
Okay, here's
making 4 command centers at a time. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just saying, here's that drop. SpeCial heading right towards the main base. This could actually be huge. Medivacs are disabled. SpeCial is unloading his units, but he's not trying to make headway into the base, so while he bit out this little chunk, he could have gone further, and he didn't. And now the Vikings, Ravens, tanks are going to clean this up. I think... Yeah, it'll get cleaned up. I think if SpeCial had elected to, like, stim forward, get a better position. While this is going on, Kier has not cleaned this up, by the way.
He could have. He just did.
Yeah, I think SpeCial, like, could have got maybe more done with that. I don't know. Like, because say instead of unloading his units here, you'd say gets them in here on top of the ramp. Then those 2 tanks get cleaned up. I don't know. It's hard to know, but anyway, SpeCial has taken that moment as a chance to make opportunity for himself. Decides not to go in, is actually just coming home to try and defend versus Kier, but Kier's attack could get a lot of work done here. He's sieging up his tanks. Is it in time? Lots of interference matrices go down, but he's still got 4 tanks set up. His Marines doing what they can against the army of SpeCial, and the tanks haven't been cleaned up, so they are getting some big shots. SpeCial actually just taps out as Kier makes a quick move and breaks what was a game that no one seemingly had a lead in.
No, SpeCial should have gotten more done with that drop for sure. He invested a lot into that drop in Kier's main base, but was able to take down, you know, a starport, a barracks, did some good work there, but not enough to really cripple production. And then Kier just took advantage with the counterattack and got it done.
Yeah, I'm watching that go through again, and SpeCial was basically on Kier's 4th base. He could have gone for an attack. Yeah, SpeCial could have gone for, like, just and turned it into a bit of a base race, which I think would have been better, because every Terran knows that if your opponent gets on you and you've got to clean it up, that's hard for you to do.
Yes, absolutely.
That's like really hard for you to do. And so when SpeCial made the choice to come home and defend, he was basically saying, I'm gonna try and clean you up even though it's gonna be harder, when instead of sort of... So I'm putting myself at a disadvantage when he could have been at an equal position by going for a base trade.
Right.
And we saw how exposed Kier's main base was. Maybe SpeCial could have just loaded up and dropped into the main base of Kier.
Yeah, there's always options. That's what's great about Starcraft is you can do whatever you want with your units. A lot of options there. It's just what you decide to do and when.
Yeah.
It's really what can decide games when they're this close. When they're this evenly matched, one decision can really be enough to break it or make it for you.
Yeah, I think coming back to try and defend is sometimes the right decision, but usually not.
Right. And that's the tricky thing, is when to know when that sometimes is. It's hard. It's a difficult game, Starcraft.
And now, this man in the bottom left, after a darn scrappy game, he's got a 2-1 lead. It's Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Kier.
And in the top right, it is SpeCial.
Is SpeCial? Sorry.
Has he reached acceptance yet?
I think so. Or maybe not. No, now he's going to be proxying. He's had enough. He's like, all right, let's see if I can make this 2-2 quickly, or if this is going to go downhill real fast. Yeah. I was just going to say, is SpeCial on a team, or is he still teamless?
That I can find out. Team X on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that who Hurricane's on too, and that's why they had the same clan? Or I think this is just like a Korean clan. Nothing to do with an actual team.
Team Exxon. Yeah, he joined in June of last year.
Oh, okay. Who else is on Exxon?
Oh, I have a list. Where is just my current list of players? What the heck? Why are there like former players? I don't want that. Why is this difficult? It's like, here's when people joined the team. Here's a list. Oh, wait. Okay. Is this it? This is it. BioIce, Cham, Max Pax, Nina, Solier, SpeCial.
Okay. It's a pretty good team.
Yeah, not bad. And then Hurricane is on Team LP.
Okay, neat. So SpeCial's going for a double Reaper play, but with a proxy single racks, which is an interesting twist on this, because he's also going to go for the CC. I get the feeling
I lied. Hurricane is teamless.
Oh, okay. I get the feeling that SpeCial was doing this hoping that Kier would Reaper expand, but Kier hasn't done that. Alright, in goes SpeCial with his Reaper. with his Reapers. He's gonna try and actually get up a bunker. That's a cool play. However, there's gonna be out a Hellion, another Reaper coming back for Cure, so I'm not sure that Special's gonna be able to make this happen. Maybe, but yeah, it looks like he's outgunned, so he's gonna have to abandon this position. He does still have the quicker command center back at home. However, his factory is very, very late compared to that of Cure.
The Reaper shenanigans.
Oh my.
Alright,
another Hellion is out for Cure, though. That should be enough.
That extra splash damage is really pretty brutal against these Reapers. Bonus versus light as well is so good.
Yeah, Special's still trying to make this happen. The one Hellion needs to be repaired.
It does get a delay on the command center, which is nice.
Yeah, further delay.
Special's making 2 command centers back home, by the way.
Ooh, I like that.
Heck yeah. Put some pressure on, double expand. Get that economic advantage that you need.
Really, really interesting opening. Alright, looks like these Hellions gonna try and move up that ramp. The Reapers were in position to intercept them, but no more. The Hellions scoot by the Reapers. Now it's 4 Hellions to 4 Reapers, which is not looking good for the Reapers, but really, really good micro from SpeCial.
Splits. Wow. That was amazing. SpeCial did way better there than I was expecting.
That was basically just 1-to-1 the trade. I mean, 4 Reapers for 3 Hellions.
Good trade.
Yeah.
SpeCial.
Really good trade. Funny how that works. The racks of SpeCial spots the Banshee of Cure. So SpeCial has got a Raven on the way. He's also got a Cyclone in it, so he should be fine. And then, as you said before, he's got a 3rd base done.
Super fast for this particular matchup. Both players just working on tanks, Marines, Ravens. You know, Cure's trying to get a 3rd base up to keep up with what SpeCial's rolling with at the moment. Barracks scouting, not going to scout all that much, unfortunately, and pieces of it fall into the crevice there. Into the pit.
Into the drink.
Yeah, into the drink.
Alright, in goes the Banshee, but she shall meet her end very, very quickly. Maybe get 1 SCV.
Cyclone, man.
Oh, thank gosh for Cyclones.
Mm-hmm. You know, unless you like being aggressive in the early game.
Yeah. Yeah, being Terran really sucked before Cyclones, though. It's like, oh, there's an Oracle. I have to defend it with these slow Marines. Looks like Cure looking to move out a little bit. He's got 2 Ravens. SpeCial has got just the 1. Getting his Medivac production going sooner, which could hurt him a little bit when it comes to defending this attack, because in come the Ravens of Cure, but SpeCial really good positioning. Lock-on versus lock-on. Looks like that will be a battle that Cure will lose. Loses his Cyclone.
Yeah, tank's covering that ramp really nicely. Not easy to get jumped on either.
If you're Cure, you just go with your Ravens to harass instead of trying to make this attack happen. He goes for a double disable, though. He's going to make the attack, but his tanks aren't going to get forward enough to break this location. He tosses down an auto turret, but yeah, those tanks are undisabled.
Yeah. Bit of a waste of a disable there.
Yeah, like even 2 auto turrets would have been better in that position.
Probably would have killed the tanks, yeah.
Yeah, or if he had gone into the main base's SpeCial and dropped turrets, I think that would have been good. Alright, Alright, a special counterattack moving across the map. These Marines now do have Stim Pack, whereas Kier does not. However, he's got a Siege tank. So, should be fine. Nice use of auto turret by Kier. Gets a tank kill. Continues to hold this position.
Special sending up reinforcements to
All
deal
right.
with this positioning.
Special's pulling the trigger. One interference matrix will
That's
break this
cleared.
position.
Yeah. Tank dead, Marines dead, everybody dead. Get on out of there, Raven. Raven's like, sorry guys, couldn't save you.
I tried. Special going for a big drop, but oh no no no.
Hold on,
This
that
drop
got
is
spotted.
spotted. He
Yeah,
immediately
it's an unload.
unloads. Kier didn't have
He knows.
stim yet anyway, so it's not like he could take this fight. Special's going for it, the Mad Lad.
Auto turret, harass, stopping all of the
Does-
mining.
Is Kier gonna be able to grab? No, Special should just unload, right? But he's not paying attention.
Yeah, he got out of there.
Oh,
Paid attention enough.
just barely enough.
Yeah.
Now he unloads everything and he's gonna lock this spot down.
A particularly, like, important spot, though.
Now, is Kier gonna take a fight? I don't think he can.
He's trying. Did not go well at all.
Okay.
Though.
Special's got a meaty looking army. Oh, Kier, careful moving down that ramp. Sieges up his tanks, forces another stim from Special's forces, which hurts him a little bit. The Marines are going to engage into one of Special's tanks, but... well, alright, that one okay. Special going for a drop into the main base of Kier. Kier has got a lot of Marines producing, got a turret there. I think he should be fine. Special can't go for that.
Been a scrappy series. It's just no one's really been able to crush at all. Every attack gets rebuffed, it feels like. Or at least there's equal damage on the other side. Wow, Special's doing this? Alright.
Mad Lad.
He just, yeah, seriously. Comes in, siege tank sieges up. SCV's thinking about going for it, then back on out. Too many Marines, too many tanks remaining. And suddenly Cure's production's in a bit of trouble. He's going to have a bunch of Marines popping out very soon. He might be able to leverage those to get rid of this, but on the other side, Cure trying to get something up this ramp with a bunch of tanks. Again, well-positioned tanks from Special.
Yeah, Kier's going to try and make this attack happen. Special knows how important it is that he shuts it down before it gets a foothold, sacrificing 28, 30 SCVs roughly to hold on to that position. At the same time, he's got a foothold in the main base of Kier still, but it hasn't done nearly as much. Actually, as all those Marines clump up, it gets some good damage, but still, Kier comes out ahead.
Raven down. Missile turret gets an easy pickings there. Special shoving Cure away, using that high ground position to his advantage.
Yeah, Special just lost a few too many SCVs, I feel, though, so I'm kind of worried for him. Supply's relatively close as far as the army is concerned, but he's down 16 SCVs. Kier's already got his 4th base on location.
Both players on 2-2 Special, starting as 3-3, and Cure seems less interested in that. Be interesting if healing was faster inside the fast zones too.
That would be.
Like shields recharge faster for Protoss, medevac heal
What if
faster,
units gained
and...
energy faster in those zones?
Ooh, that'd be good too.
You just park all your Ravens or Infestors or High Templar in those regions?
Zergs regen their HP faster in the zone.
Huh, would be interesting.
I think that's not a bad idea if they could balance the regen rates, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Could be very, very slippery of a slope.
It could be. I mean, as long as you don't set it up so you can easily, like, siege a position, siege a base, while sitting in it, I think it'd be okay.
Yeah, would be a new dynamic, that's for sure. Yeah, as opposed to just the attack and defensive bases, all of a sudden the attack and defense of those zones would be important. Alright, Kier splitting up his army. Then has a rather large attack moving towards the north too. However, SpeCial intercepts the medivacs. Can Kier take a fight? I think he can. SpeCial loads up his tanks, just needs to get back to defend this position. Good reaction by SpeCial, but is it enough? Kier's getting on top of the tanks, gobbles them up.
Going for it, man.
Wow, Kier just full send. Liberator gonna try and lock this position down. Kier just moves out of it.
Siege tank getting rid of the ground. Oh, Liberator, though. Picking off Marines. Zap, zap. Oh, but here comes SpeCial charging in. Taking tank fire in the process, though. It is enough. Barely enough for the Marines to clear that out. Medevac feeling necessary there. Kier going for
not comfortable at all. Kier gonna have to abandon that drop. That one random tank out on the map identified this position, but then Kier just says, I'll go towards your third. However, he backs away as the tanks were sieged for SpeCial. Kier with a significant lead in supply still. Could potentially catch SpeCial in a sandwich with both of his armies here, but it looks like SpeCial is trekking towards Kier's base, unhindered, as Kier floats over his main towards his 5th base location. This is a really great spot for SpeCial.
Yeah, Kier kind of caught with his pants down there. Left side, right side of the map did not see this coming at all.
Yeah, this could turn the game completely on its head. Kier is now being pushed in by SpeCial. Tanks sieging up, but Kier can just stim on in, or I mean SpeCial can just stim on in. In comes Kier. SpeCial's trying to get his tanks into the main base and set up right away, and he is going to be able to make that happen. Kier all of a sudden is pushing into his own base at a terrible, terrible location. He needs to lower that depot, get in there, and he will clean it up at the expense of a base, at the expense of 14 SCVs, and a rather poor engagement.
He's still up about 50 supply.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, he killed a lot of SpeCial. SpeCial lost everything during that attack.
He did. I mean, that just goes to show how far SpeCial was behind originally. But now SpeCial takes a fight in the center of the map. It's not enough. Kier takes a 3-1 lead.
It was a good attack from SpeCial, but not enough, unfortunately, to tilt it in his favor. And Kier takes the 3-1 lead in this Best of 7 series. It's going to take some serious effort from SpeCial to win the series, but again, possible. It's just like a game of baseball. Bottom of the 9th can last forever, no matter how many runs you're down. So we'll see. We'll see how this works out for SpeCial. If Kier can just close it out, I'm sure Kier would rather have that situation, but he is coming against a very, very excellent StarCraft 2 Terran player. So we'll see what goes on. Again, thanks everybody for using the coupon code. Thank you, Aki, for keeping track of who is using said code. Looks like Ash. There's a 2 in that name. I can't.
Ash TL
2A?
Ash TL 2A?
Yeah, I got nothing.
I don't know. I don't. I got nothing, boss.
Me neither. All right, looks like we're going to be on Dathara for game number 4?
5.
5. Counting is hard.
Math's hard when
math
it's
on
like
stream.
1 a.m.
Yeah. And you're on stream.
Mm-hmm.
You lose IQ points when you're streaming. It's just truth.
Yeah, it's actually really great. You guys, with your contribution to the match Reno, have increased the prize pool by $200 or by $50, so it's going to be $250 in total.
Nice, that's a nice chunk.
Which isn't bad for a few hours for some players.
No, definitely not. Thanks again to Somicron for the $20 donation.
Big thanks.
2050. Big time thanks.
Okay, and now here we are. In the top left, he's got himself a 3-1 lead. It's Cure.
And in the bottom right, he's got his work cut out for him. It is Juanito. Spam those Doritos to help Juanito. I don't think there, unfortunately, is a Dorito emoji here on Africa, but...
There must be a Korean, like, chip that's iconic, right?
Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of weird that a chip is like a big thing on Twitch anyway.
It's like a very
saying.
successful marketing campaign is all.
Yeah.
A Dorito, what didn't Doritos like make a tweet or something about sponsoring an esports player, and everyone was like, "SpeCial! You have to sponsor SpeCial." How that hasn't happened yet, I don't know.
Like the emoticon list here on Africa is like cats, which is good, I guess. You're not into cats though.
No, I'm not a cat person.
There's like a mug of beer. There's some lips. There's a 19 circled. What?
Yeah, I don't know if we can have custom emotes on here. That's something I should look into.
That would be cool. What I'm saying is we could use it.
Yeah.
There's like different shields. Maybe they're football club logos. I can't recognize these at all. But I feel like they're football something, so. Anyway, it's an interesting selection. Here, I'll show you another one. Dink.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wonder what that
Whatever.
logo is. These are questions.
Yeah, somebody can explain it to us. We sometimes have people in chat who speak Korean and English, so.
We're just lost until one of them shows up.
Pretty much. Should have an official translator with our group.
We should. In reality, if I had my stuff together and just started learning Korean when I started doing these invitationals, I'd have like
you'd be ready to
I'd have
go.
over 2 years of Korean under my belt. Because we started these in 2017, I think, which is crazy.
It's a good chunk of time ago now. It's 4 years, man. Whew. Time flies.
It really does. Wait, 2017 was 4 years? Oh my god.
The delayed hit.
What? Wait. 4 years? Oh god, no.
Yep. This made me feel old today. Two Towers, Lord of the Rings, came out in 2002.
Yeah, I was 5 when that came out.
It's 19 years old. That's crazy.
That is wild. I remember crying when I wasn't allowed to go to Return of the King.
Yeah.
My parents were
I mean,
no.
No, okay, so there's a scene with Shelob, the giant spider.
Yeah.
Dude. Terrifying for adults.
Yeah, I watched it on VHS when it came out. I watched The Two Towers all the time as a kid.
All right, fair enough. Tough kid.
I'm the youngest. That's how it goes.
It is true, man. The youngest kids are tough. They have to deal with a lot. Makes them strong.
Okay.
So,
Cure is going full send.
let's go.
He just says, "Here's a tank. It's at your base. What you gonna do, son?"
Oh crap, you have a Raven.
Special could be in a bit of trouble here. Cure's tank isn't as close as it could be. A turret's gonna drop, but look at that. Unsieged micro by Kier in order to keep that tank alive. He gets an alright trade, gets a depot, gets a single marine, so actually not that much. But in reality, still pretty darn good.
First Africa World was in March of 2017, so we're not quite at 4 years yet. Getting there.
Yeah, pretty darn close.
Oh, interference matrix on the tank.
Yeah, that's really darn good.
Putting in a good amount of work on these SCVs, though. 2 of them go down.
The Medivac dying hurts quite a bit.
Medivac, yeah, it sure does. Tank down, Marines down, and Special has held the shenanigans.
In goes the Reaper.
Although, Mineral Line in trouble.
Yeah, that's a nice bit of extended harassment. Third base attempt by Kier is being delayed by this Reaper. Special seeing that is quite important. However, Special's already got his third done.
Yeah, Special's been pretty aggressive on the expanding today. It's nice.
Yep, first Africa World, Soul, Beastie Cutie, Bly, and Mana. I think that's where my love for Soul came from.
I was gonna say, this explains everything. It totally explains your love for Soul.
No, I remember why I love Soul. I cast like a best of 5 of him against True when True was like the best player.
The Zergy Zerg True?
Yeah.
Hmm.
When he came and just rolled everyone in DreamHack.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, and Soul played a really darn good best of 5 against him. And then I was like, that's the guy I want in my first tournament.
That's him. And then he won it.
This auto turret harassment is going nuts.
Yeah, 6 SCVs down, a couple Marines have gotten taken down as well.
7 in total, holy cow. Special's going for a drop across the map, just gunning it. He doesn't have stim yet, and oh gosh, these Marines are in trouble as the Vikings catch one of the Medivacs. The Marines don't have stim yet, so their damage potential is limited. A siege tank shoots one of the Marines. Things are falling apart for Special here. As in goes Kier towards his third base. That is going to have to be abandoned for now.
Yeah, it'll live only because it can fly. Special trying to drop in this mineral line of Cure. Yeah, we'll get chased away by the responding Viking siege tank.
Yeah, it does get 5.
Fire on the SCVs though, not bad. Yeah.
God, these guys are so quick. Alright, Cure with an upgrade lead. It does have a later combat shield, just starting that up. The Special has a slight lead on that. Special did get up his third base, dropping a lot of mules there. Needs to make sure he's in position to defend it from any harassment. However, he's not that far behind.
Yeah, he took some hits, but you're right. He's stabilized pretty well here. We've got a few SCVs down on Cure, but that's nothing that can't change. Auto turret, Cyclone, Marine, Viking stuff here. Special kind of back to the corner, but the Riders of Rohan are here. Coming down the ramp.
Ooh, Lord of the Rings reference. I like it.
I figured. Such a good moment, too. Like, that's... Because like, it gets you all sucked into they're losing and the orcs are breaching the wall and you forget about...
And then it's like Gandalf.
And then the sun comes up and you're like, oh, so good.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, should do. I haven't watched those in a while.
It's usually the first thing I do when I get a new TV.
Just watch the whole trilogy?
Yeah.
Nice. Extended or regular?
Oh, extended.
Man, the extended 2 towers is like 5 hours long, man. There's so much walking.
I see, when they released it 4K, I'm not sure if they actually added in like a new scene or two. I don't think they did, but maybe they did.
I cannot imagine adding scenes to the 2 Towers Extended Edition. That's insanity.
I know that they remastered like a little bit of the CG or something.
They did. They did some good stuff with it, I think. I think it's been very well received.
I haven't checked yet, but that's what I'm gonna watch it for.
Yeah. Yeah. The extended editions came out on DVD, and my friend's a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so we just went to his house one Saturday and watched all of them.
Yeah.
It took the whole day. It literally took the whole day. I was like glued to the
It's literally a day.
Yep.
Okay, these tanks are set up at the back base of Kier, and this is actually a killer position. One interference matrix gets used, so one of these tanks will be cleaned up, but Kier's really, really taking a lot of heat right now as he loses 10 SCVs. He's losing supply depots.
Here's pushing south here on Special's 4th base as well.
Yeah,
but
Special will clean this up, I think, though.
yeah, certainly does. Very nice.
And whereas his own defense taken much, much longer. Special didn't actually get either of the E-base. He's weakened both of them, which is a bit unfortunate. If he had got even one of those, it would have been huge for him. However, he's still really giving it to Kier. He has a slight supply lead. Special's now pushing across the map.
That siege tank finally gets cleaned up after about 4 hours. That was crazy. Really good positioning there by Special. And the follow-up, is it ready to rock? He's got an army supply advantage.
Yeah, Special
Upgrades
scans.
are even.
And he's moving on in. Is Kier going to siege his tanks in time? The answer is... yeah. Okay. Still, a lot of heat delivered to Kier. Special's 4th, happily mining. Juanito bringing it back.
Yeah, this is looking really good for Special. Special trying to see, is there a base over here? No, I've given my life for the Empire. Trying to jump on top of these tanks, but a little bit too late there. Good Marine support as well. Raven trying to see what we're dealing with for tank count, and Kier's 4th base does successfully land. Took some hits, but the repair will be fast. And Special heading on back home.
Okay, now we see Special just out in the middle of the map. Supply is even. 3-3 is on the way for Kier. Specials hasn't started his 3-3 just yet. There it goes. Special looking to make a move. Tanks are set up all over the place for Kier. He's got a good spread. Doesn't have that many tanks down here, so Special will get a bit of a foothold towards his 4th base, it looks like. And he's actually just going to stim on in, which is kind of crazy. Kier gets a pretty nice concave, but then turns around, can't engage into those tanks. However, from the high ground, Kier's tanks are actually cleaning up quite a few of Specials. That was like 3-4 tanks that died.
Yeah, having that high ground vision is fantastic. Anti-armor missile, a bit of a waste in that situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it prevents Special from turning around, but I don't think he wanted
I guess
to do
that was like
anyway.
a why not anti-armor missile? Like, get out of here?
Sure, but save the energy for,
Yeah.
I don't know, a turret or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't explain why we do the things we do.
No. That's what makes us human. Cure's up about 10 total army supply. Special's got a better economy. Oh, anti-armor. Basically, that just means Special doesn't want to engage with that portion of his army anyway. Coming up the ramp, tanks getting on the ramp is nice positioning here. Special's defensive siege tanks trying to clear this out a little bit, but actually directly hitting the orbital command here is terrible for Special.
2 more tanks moving forward for Kier. Gonna really turn the heat up. SCV is starting to get shot. This command center has to be lifted up.
The Vikings are waiting for that.
Kier gonna engage into Special's tanks and army, catching it, and will clean all this up. The medivacs for Special need to get out of there and stay alive. They're not boosting away though.
Oh no!
Reinforcements coming for
trap?
Special.
Maybe it was a trap. It's like, hey, these are not boosting away.
Yeah, reinforcements for Kier coming on in though. All the while, he's still got this position with his tanks. Special not mining at his 3rd base. He's got a 5th base that was built, just kind of cut off. Skirmish in the middle of the map, but okay. Special taps out. GG.
193 to 118 total supply. Special wasn't dead, but he saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
It was just Kier was consistently ahead in army value from about the 6-minute point onward. Special did have that nice income advantage, but then he lost that base, and a couple engagements went really poorly for him, and that was it. So extremely well played by Kier, getting the 4-1 win here today in Africa World number 70. Fantastic display. Good job. 3-1ing on the other, 3-1ing Zest.
Yeah.
4-1ing Special is a good run.
Yeah, solid performance by the Korean Terran player, which is great to see. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out Falcon Paladin and I on Twitter, on YouTube, all that jazz. And then, of course, there is the match arena to check out. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks everybody who did the match arena today. Really appreciate the support. For sure. Again, especially Somicron, especially Boilermaker coming through, buying those replays. Thanks for doing that. And yeah, you can still use the code. I think we still have some available, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so if you haven't done it yet, hit the match arena. Coupon code AW70, free 50 cents at these players. And we'll see you for another Africa World in about 2 weeks. Again, following us on Twitter is the best way to get informed about that kind of event.
Yeah, 2 weeks on Twitter, guys. That's around when it'll be. That's when we'll be here. We're aiming for every Saturday, or for every other Saturday, and
totally.
Yeah, that's a good time. So thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.
Take care. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.